Today we're going rapid fire through 40 points that I've learned being an expat here in Colombia that will tremendously help you if you plan to be an expat too. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Sam and at How to Expat we help expats to relocate. So today I tried to make a short, really condensed video. So I'm editing the video right now and I feel kind of stupid because I thought it's gonna take 7 minutes, but it's actually around 20. So that's why I'm gonna have two parts of it. So this is the first part and the second part will come in a couple of days. With 40 points you have to know if you're thinking about being an expat, of things that I've learned after spending a couple of years here abroad in Latin America and Colombia. The points will be applicable to Colombia especially, but also generally to Latin America. So let's get started. I have my list here. So first point, Spanish is easy, but Paisa is tough. So Spanish, of course, everybody knows what Spanish is, but Paisa, for example, is the local accent that people have here where I live in Medellin, Colombia. And if you get frustrated if you're not able to understand people on the street and stuff, sometimes you understand them, sometimes you're not. It's probably because you don't have the accent down very well, which is completely normal. So that's point number one. Number two, Latin America is full of bureaucracy. So if you can't handle that, don't think about being an expat here. It's hard to get a visa. This is applicable to Colombia. It's just hard to get a visa here if you're not a retiree. If you're a retiree, it's easy. Otherwise, it's quite hard. We have a whole video about that. For many of these points, we have whole videos, but this is just rapid fire now. So many rules. So in Colombia or in Latin America in general, there are many rules, but you don't really know which ones you have to follow because people or things are not as strict here as in our home countries. So this is quite a tough thing to get used to. Then another tough thing to get used to is get used to waiting. So for us, it's not unnormal that you have to wait in line for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If you go to a bank, for example, easily you have to wait an hour without being able to take out the cell phone because of security regulations. So you find yourself sitting there for 1 hour without having anything else to do than flipping through kind of an old real estate book. You're gonna embarrass yourself. You're gonna be at a point, let's say at the little corner shop and you want something, they don't understand you, you don't understand them, and you're just there like, what the hell is happening here? So yeah, prepare yourself for getting embarrassed. Don't ship your stuff. This is a thing we always say. Leave your stuff at home, try to sell it, come here with as few things as you can, be as light as possible to be flexible and to don't have to go through the hassle of shipping your stuff. Most expats go back in 12 months. So with the experience we had here being a company that helps expats relocate, we see that most expats go back inside of 12 months. So if you plan to do it for the long run, just keep in mind the percentage of people doing that is very low. You can get, so this is point 9, you can get everything what you want here. You don't have to bring your flat screen TV because you like it, especially how it is and whatnot. You can get most things here. So don't try to think about everything that you couldn't get here. You can get it here. The only thing is mostly or not too many versions. So if you need, I don't know, the special football of that brand, it's most probably not going to be that one, but you're going to find footballs here. Then another thing is find out if you're the beach type person or the mountain / city type person. We get a lot of people asking us, should they go to a place like Cancun or Mexico City? And this is a whole different kind of lifestyle you have. So just be aware, you have to find out first if you're a beach type or a mountain type person. Then what I think, a thing that I always thought about is that if you go to Latin America, you live like in the jungle environment and stuff. And now I live in a bigger city than where I've come from. So just because you're an expat in Latin America doesn't mean you live in the jungle. Latin America is diverse. It's not just Mexico and tacos and burritos you get here. Like every country has their own flavor. Of course, it's a Latin culture in general, but people and cultures are very diverse. So don't forget about that. Food and labor, this is point 13. Food and labor are cheap and manufactured stuff is, let's say, more or less expensive or a similar price level as in your home country. So usually clothes, usually things like electronics or things you have to manufacture are the same price. Everything that is labor intensive or food in general or has a lot of food is very, very inexpensive. Make a difference in your community. So if you come to Latin America and you be an expat here, spend a couple of months here, get involved in the local community. It will help you out for your, let's say, Spanish or your cultural understanding, and of course for the people here. Keep an open mind. So just because you learn one thing in your home country could mean that people do it here completely differently. So keep an open mind. You're not the exception. This is just mathematically impossible or very, very rare that you're the exception. So if you read from many, many different sources that one thing is applicable for most expats, it's gonna be most probably applicable to you as well. A lot of people come here and they think they're the exception, me included, and you find yourself usually having this exact same issues and wishes as the other people too. Yeah, point number 17, starting a YouTube channel is hard. We have a lot of people, including us, of course, that started a YouTube channel, and people don't know how much work it takes and how difficult actually it is to be in front of the camera. So just keep that in mind if you plan to be the new travel blogger, vlogger outside, like the expat lifestyle. It's hard work. Then the other thing is what gets portrayed a lot in these, let's say, expat magazines, that you can get rich with a blog. For 99% of people, you can't. It's very, very hard to make money with the blog. Don't get scammed. You come to Colombia and I talk about girls scam. So yeah, people, or usually men, come here, they see the beautiful Latin women, and they just let their guard down and get scammed. So keep your guard up and don't get scammed. We have a whole video about that. Then this is a bonus point. If you don't know, we have a video course about Medellin, Medellin in general. So if you want to check that out, we have a special quarantine discount at the moment. So that's a little tip. You can get it, I think, 30% off right now. The link to that is in the description down below. You find everything out we can't really explain on YouTube. So the good, the bad, and the ugly of Medellin. So this was the first part of the two-part series. I hope these 20 first tips already helped you, and I hope to see you in the second part of this video, which will come out in a couple of days. And if it already came out, it's in the link is in the description down below. See you in the next one.